monkey wrench into everything. So we're going to let go of our illusion of control and turn this over to you guys, and to Boris, of course, to hear what it is that you really want to talk about. We really do want this to be a conversation. We've seen a lot of presentations, a lot of PowerPoint. In fact, they're very hesitant. We didn't even do this until this morning when we started talking about it. We wanted to set it up a little better.
Without me, I might add.
Without me, so I'm very sorry. So I will now sit down and stop doing that. And I'm going to just pull up a web browser really quick. And we may use this later for examples, we may not. I give almost all my presentations now via web browser usually.
Could you open it up on a Twitter search and add the
hashtag? Yeah, we'll use that.
We have some moving content in the back. So you can Twitter your questions. Oh, we have a question. I want to say something before, but go ahead.
So I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. I am that host sitting today. But the problem is, it's a very tricky area because, especially when there's cutbacks in jobs, you know, for example, people ask me, what do I do? And I'm like, I kind of float between community manager, developer, community, whatever. And I don't know what I do. I just do this stuff, and it's really appreciated by certain people, but it's not by others. And so I just quite fit in the heart.
So your question is?
So the question is, how do you keep this? How do you make this role important in a situation where people are being laid off?
Good question.
Good question for Chris.
Sure. Well, speaking as sort of a free radical myself, you can work for yourself, of course. That's sometimes works. But another way to think about it, I think, is to look at being a bridge builder. And, as Lane Becker talked about in his talk, sort of being that concierge. And what I think is changing, or is necessary in this type of economy especially, is to be a service-driven organization. And if you don't have people that are sort of, the voice of the customer within the organization, then I feel like you're sort of just treading water without really touching ground. And what we've seen, I think, through, and Twitter is a good example, where you actually have a back channel now that's down the front channel. Your customers are going to talk more amongst themselves than they are with you. And if you don't have somebody, sort of a lightning rod that's out there, I think convening those conversations and helping to move them in a certain direction, not through force, but through just sort of listening and then responding and sort of synthesizing what's going on, I think that you'll very quickly lose a lot of relevance and a lot of visibility that otherwise, you would need to continue doing whatever it is that you're doing in terms of creating your service or product. So I've seen this over and over again with various organizations, and those companies that sort of just go internal and sort of stop having a heartbeat out in the social web tend to just lose relevance extremely fast now. I mean, the half-life of useful information is so much shorter now. So I guess part of it is like, well, in what ways is this organization out there, transparent, engaging in a wider conversation and an audience?